Namaskar. Let us continue with explaining sadhana of jama and niyama. Today I will talk about Asteya. Asteya is a Sanskrit word which means not to steal. This principle is very, very, very important for the welfare of society. If we would just follow this principle of Asteya, plus another one, the principle of aparigraha, which I will talk later about, there would be no wars, there would be no poverty, there would not be no atrocities done in this world. The entire human society, irregardlessly of races, nations, cultures, languages, everyone would live in peace and harmony. Just these two principles will be enough. And even though the world today is in great imbalance, there are wars, there is poverty, there are so much suffering in this world. Still, if you follow this principle, slowly you will rectify your mental state. Slowly you will attain such a harmonious state that you will never ever have to worry about your material needs, because your material needs will be provided to you by the universe itself. I am speaking about this so confidently because I have experienced it in my own life. Actually, it is written in the Yoga Sutra of Patanjali that the siddhi, or the ultimate attainment of the practice of Asteya, is that you don't have to worry about material things, because everything will just come to you. I remember I was 19 years old boy. I have separated from my family. I wanted to live on my own. I wanted to earn on my own. And I have encountered a deep financial crisis. Somehow I didn't have confidence, I didn't have ability to earn. I didn't have money even to buy a loaf of bread. And I was thinking, it was so disturbing. I was thinking all the time, why I don't have. But I was already practicing meditation and everything in yoga. And one night, my spiritual master came to me in my dream. And he said these words. He said, if you want to be wealthy, you just need to do only one thing. I say, what? He said, you have to be very, very honest. Do you understand? I say, yes, I understand. I woke up. I took the book, which is called Jivan Veda, or the Guide to Human Conduct. It's a beautiful, very, very inspiring book. I advise every one of you to read. It is a book about Jama and Niyama sadhana. I read that book. I went carefully through the article on Asteya. And I resolved, I will follow it. I will follow it very strongly. I will follow it religiously. Very strongly. Then I really started to apply, and you won't believe. Somehow, I don't know, even myself I have not quite figured out. I have quite early embraced the path of sannyasi, the path of monkhood, and I didn't get ordinary job. Of course, I tried to be active and I tried to do many things, but I had never any stable means of income. But always money would come, the funds will come. If I have some needs, the money will come. This much plus a little bit extra. This was my experience. Even now, I'm running quite a big project. I have to provide shelter and food and everything, every needs for over 20 volunteers. I have to provide, many expenditures are there because it is like a retreat center I'm running. And even though we have not established any commercial big business or something, we are trying to do it as a service to the world. Somehow, I don't know how, we are kept afloat. And the thing is that the last 20 years, it was like that. So slowly, slowly in my mind, this fear has gone. I know the universe somehow will take care of me. Of course, I will not be a parasite. I will do my part. I will do everything I can for the world. But everything will be provided. It's a mystical thing I don't understand with my logical mind. Well, I can understand. I think somehow your mind becomes so straight and smooth, so it touches upon the intuition, and that intuition guides you to the success somehow. But somehow also other people are affected, and there is this synergy. You help others, others help you, and there is harmony. Really, harmony is a beautiful thing. So really, now I'm feeling like I'm revealing this principle to you, because just this principle can turn around your entire life. You don't have to worry ever again about all your material needs. It will be, let the universe worry. Okay? So how to follow Asteya? Not to steal means not to commit theft. And there are 4 kinds of thefts we have to avoid. 1. The most crude, obvious. You take something. When you take something from someone, he will not have, and you will have. That is physical theft. Another kind of theft is mental. You are there in the supermarket, you see something and the idea crosses your mind. I should take it. But there are some cameras and there is a fear inside. Either it is a fear or shame. You are afraid of being discovered and you cannot fulfill the idea that crossed your mind. But you have already done it in your mind. So you have already distorted the harmony. You have already distorted your state of mind and you deprived yourself from harmony. So we should avoid. If that idea ever crosses your mind, oh, let me take someone's something, that means you are not established in Asteya. There is another kind of theft, is when you are not giving what is due to others. Let's say you are taking the train, you are not buying ticket. Or you are buying tickets, some kind of ticket of the 3rd class and you are going to the 1st class. You are not stealing directly, but you are not giving the railway company what is its due. In a similar way, sometimes, especially when we are young, we go and we participate in some party, there is lots of food and many expenditures, but we don't pay, and we try to avoid paying. In my language there is one particular word when expressing that situation, and people, especially young people, they like to be free loaders, no? Loafers. So that in that situation you are saving few little pennies, but you are distorting the state of harmony. It is not only you are expressing your greediness and also expressing your pettiness. It is always better, even if it is given for free. And there is a donation box, for example. It is always better to give, and little more. Feel that you are, don't clutch to small things. Or for example, today you really don't have money, and you go to charity, whatever, and you get your food. Give your gratitude and think, the moment I will get some money, I will help that charitable organization. Or not even that charitable organization. No need exactly that. Help somebody else. But don't think that I will exist by parasitical existence, that I will take something from the world and will not give anything to the world. So that is the third kind of theft. And another one, the fourth one, is when you think that maybe I will not give what is due. You have made a deal, let's say the plumber is coming to your house and you have agreed that you will pay $500, and then you think that by hook or by crook I will say there is a defect here or defect there, and I will pay 300 instead. So if you plan in this way, and if you're always thinking that how to minimize, how to extract for those people who give service to me, how to extract more service and to give less in return, then you're on a very slippery path. On a very slippery path. Somehow you will see, somehow the universe will find its way to take from you. You know, very cunning people, they think to my workers how to pay less. You know, if you're a businessman, often it is a mentality of businessmen. How to pay less to your suppliers, how to pay less to your workers, how to give less quality to your customers, and to get more for yourself. They can temporarily prosper, but in the long run they will go ruined. Not if not in this life, then next life for sure. So the healthy condition, the karmic condition, is that you are never afraid of your finances. You know that if I go to Africa, I will be a rich man there. I am going to America, I will be a rich man there. Anywhere. I have a friend. She's a very noble lady. She is also a nun, and she is from Singapore, coming from good background. And I know her, she is always trying to help people. She was sent to do missionary activity in Africa. She was taking care of children home there. She would help those children. Even now, she would help to assist them with their education. And she said, I had no problem. Even in Africa, amongst the poverty, somehow I was okay. Everything was very fine, even though she doesn't have any source of income. But somehow, you understand? That's a beautiful thing. And then another thing is that our guru advises, like when you get some income, at least 2% of your income you should donate to the charitable activities. You should donate for a good cause that uplifts humanity, either in the physical sphere, helping the poor, either in the intellectual sphere, educating the masses, in spiritual sphere, for the spiritual elevation, the spread of spiritual practice. Whatever is necessary right now, what you see the most urgent and necessary thing to do. Yeah, so donating the 2% of your income is very important. Should not, even 2% is very little. You earn 1,000, you give 20. But it is better, more, better. But 2% is like, if you don't do that, then the mind is getting crudified. Because you only live for yourself. Only the cancer cell does like this in the body. And the body will send the immune system after you. So it is a good practice. I also, this experience I also have with donating. You know, when you are having big expenses, you will think that, how I will give something? Because already I have very, I'm breaking even. One day I thought, why I'm living like this? I'm not giving. And then I started to when I became a monk, I supposed to also help my supervising, monk, my senior monk, because he has much bigger expenditures and problems. So I thought, okay, let me try. And it was difficult. I thought I will give like 12% of my income. Then I started to give, and much more money started to come. Somehow, I don't know how it works, but it always works. So that is also. Think that this 2%, if I take for myself, if I don't give away, it means like I'm stealing from the universe. So this is all about Asteya. I think if you follow it, okay, for the next week, think about it and try to do it very meticulously. Never entertain a thought that I will not return loan, that I will misuse someone, I will misutilize someone. Think always that I will be very, very proper with my finances. And think also how to, some part of your income to donate for some good activity done in this world. But find that it is really good. Don't do just, because it is homework. It has to be really that in your heart you feel satisfied. You are giving and you really feel that, oh, it's so nice, I have given. So that is about Asteya. Thank you for watching this video. Still there are some more yamas and niyamas ahead of us. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, not to miss any of these videos. These videos, they have changed. I mean, not videos, but these topics, these principles, they have changed my life. Really, I have moved a long distance from unhappiness to happiness. And I wish very much that the same transformation will happen to you. Thank you again. Thank you, Scar.